Hi everyone, welcome back to the Nas Creation. Hope you are doing great. So today I'm here with my new video of how to make a double box pleated skirt and also a half circle skirt. So this video is totally for the beginner, as myself I'm a beginner. So and one more thing, that I have made a really horrible mistake while making this video, and also this this whole process of making that skirt. So if you have make mistakes while making this skirt or anything, so that's okay, that's how you're gonna learn it. And so now, without any further ado, so let's get into the video. First thing first, you have to iron the lining and your main fabric as well, so you won't find any wrinkles and lining while cutting your fabric. So let's take the measurement for half circle skirt. Measurement for inner circle. First measure your waist, and the formula for inner circle is waist divided by pi, which is 3.14. So my measurements are 30, which is divided by 3.14, that gives me 9.55 inches. That is my inner circle. After that, you have to calculate the outer circle. The inner circle will help you to measure your waist. Measure your full length. Formula for outer circle is full length minus bandwidth plus inner circle plus hem. So my measurements are 17 minus 1.5 inches, which is bandwidth, plus inner circle 9.55 plus 1.5 for hem, and equals to 26.55 inches. So this is the outer circle for my half circle skirt. These are the only two measurements which you need for making half circle skirt. This measurement and trace your pattern down on a paper. Once you are done on paper, now take your fabric and spread it out, and take your measurement so you can cut them in an effective way, so that there will be a minimum waist. You guys can see how I'm doing that. And now pin your fabric in a way that there will be no fold and lining and wrinkles, so that you will be getting a very fine pattern. And now place the pattern and pin them down. Once you have pinned them down, take your scissors and cut them out. So I'm using a very cotton fabric for the lining, and I'll be using satin for the main fabric. So you guys can see I'm done cutting my first lining. Now take out all the pins, and then just check once that you have got exact waist, like you have measurement. So it's exact and it's perfectly correct. Now for the hem, start giving the markings for 1 inches from the bottom. It's a trick for the beginner ones, and if you know how to do it, you can do it on the machine as well.
2,000 years later.
So after marking that, you have to connect all the dots, make a circle, and then start folding it 1 inch from the inside. And you guys can see that I'll be folding 2 inches because I've mistakenly took the measurement 1 inch long. So once you are done, pin them out and keep them aside. Now take your main fabric and cut them into a rectangular form. Cutting your fabric, hem them from bottom 2 inches. Now let's go for the double box pleated skirt measurement, and that too with gaps. I'm taking 120 inches of fabric in a rectangular shape, dividing them into two parts, front and back, 16 inches for both side. And you can take the length as you want. Now we're gonna divide that front part into 14 different parts. Now guys, I'll show you why we need these different 14 parts. You guys can see the box pleat. We don't need this much of different parts to create a box pleat, but we do need these parts. We have to divide them into 14 different parts to create a double box pleat, so that you can make these two pleats in a perfect measurement. You guys can see there is one says as B and the one is A. The B box pleat is the bigger one and the A one is the smaller one, which will come on the B box pleat. Okay, and now I'll show you how we can do this on fabric. Now guys, start marking as above, 1.5, 2, 2, 2, and then 1.5. The 1.5 in the starting and the ending is for the seam allowance. You don't have to keep extra space for that, for seam allowance. Okay, I've given in that. And after giving that seam allowance for 1.5, we need to create a single knife pleat of 2 inches, okay, which we have marked over here. And after that, leave the space for 1.5 inches, and then make another mark at 10.12 inches. Now guys, take that point as a midpoint and make a B box pleat. After that we have to make a A box pleat. First we made a B1 and now we are going to make the A box pleat. For A box pleat, you guys can see all the measurements have been written in that picture. Refer to that and pin your pleats perfectly so that while stitching them it just doesn't slip it out. Now we have made it left sided pleat. Now we're gonna make right side pleat. Okay, now you guys can see I'll be pinning way too much because I have a really fear that if it spills out then my measurements get disturbed. So that's why I make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Okay, and if you are a beginner you have to be careful. So that's why I'm showing it like it really takes time while you pinning them up with the exact measurement. So no hurry, take your time and make them perfectly. Now you guys can see I have perfectly formed my first box pleat, sorry, double box pleat, and you guys can see it really looks amazing. Now we're gonna make the similar one over here, and just like this you have to create for the back side. I'm going to create the same pleat for the front side and for the back side, and then guys I'll show you how we can stitch them and insert a pocket and an invisible zip. Okay, now guys I finally created all these pleats, and it literally took me more than an hour to create one sided of pleat for the front layer. And but now finally I have done with this, and I'm just repinning some of the pleats so that I will I won't have any problems while I stitch them on machine. And you guys can see how beautifully these pleats are falling, and let me show you this is how it looks from the back side. Okay, now let's move on for the pocket. So for the pocket just make the normal shape for the pocket on a very small cloth. I'm using the 7 inches and 10 inches long fabric to make a pocket for my skirt. You guys can see how I'm inserting that pocket, and write it down which side you want a pocket and which side you want zip. This is a very small tip for the beginner ones, and just follow the lead how I'm making the pockets. And in my next video I'm going to show you completely in detail how you can stitch these pockets and stitch and zip in deeply. Okay, now we're gonna attach the first lining to the main fabric. Now keep them wrong side main fabric on the right side of lining. Okay, and now if you're done, this is the simple way of attaching the lining. Now we are moving on to the invisible zip. You guys can see that line, we don't have to stitch till there. From here we have to lock the side of the skirt, and on that side we have to keep attach the zip. Make line from till when you want the zip, sorry, the length of the zip you have to decide. Now you guys can see I'm done stitching the zip, but somehow it just got really wrong. You guys can see what really happened over here. Now I have to unstitch everything and that belt as well. So I'll show you after doing that. You guys can see this is how I was supposed to make my zip and the band, but I somehow messed it up. Now you guys can see I've done it the correction, And yeah, don't worry guys, I will show you all the procedure for the stitching in my next video. This video was specially for the cutting and giving the exact measurement for the box pleats. Okay, now you guys can see what I'm doing with the belt. Okay, turn it inside out and then just stitch them around, and you guys will get the perfect belt. Here's a little mistake I've made it. I don't know how to fix it, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not going to spend more time on that. I've already done enough timing on this. So the last step is just to attach the hook and eye, which I'm going to do with the hands. Okay, so this is now I'm completely done with my skirt. You guys can see my skirt has been completed, and because of satin fabric it's giving me the extra shine on the edges because it has too many of pleats. So guys, I have done a complete shoot on this skirt, and I'm going to post all that videos and photos on Instagram, so do check them out. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you do like this video, comment what you like about this video, and also subscribe to my channel for more amazing content like this. And also, if you want to see how all this entire shoot turned out, I have posted all the photos on my Instagram account. So my Instagram handle is this, and you can also find that link in my description below. So do follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel, and I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.